Sure. The last 6 or 7 months have been great. It's been great getting a feel for the city, for the university, for our fans, for our team. But now I'm extremely anxious to get this thing started, actually play some baseball games, get on the field for a full spring practice. It's what we've all been working very hard for. So we're anxious to get started. I know I'm speaking for the coaching staff, for our players. We're anxious to get back on the field and start showing what we're all about. So with that, I'll be happy to answer questions.
David.
Mark, I know it's been kind of a off-season long question about the pitching staff. It's just that there's so much unknown there. Do you have a pretty good idea of who you want to be in that group of starters and who in the bullpen, maybe as the closer as well?
Yeah, as you mentioned, it's a work in progress. I think everybody knows that Adam Hill, assuming he's healthy, will be our Friday night guy. After that, there's a lot of guys that are being evaluated over the next three weeks. You're looking at Morris, you're looking at the two freshmen, Majinski and Logan Chapman. Eddie Demurius could be considered, Ridge Chapman could be considered, Gage Hinson, JUCO transfer could be considered. So that's the main group of guys that will be looked at as starters at this point. Now it's up to them to win a job.
You mentioned Hill's health. Is it something to be concerned
No,
about?
no. We were very conservative with him this fall after having pitched a lot last spring and summer. He's 100% ready to go.
Mark, you mentioned getting a feel for the community and the program. What did you gather from what kind of feel did you get when you talked to people about what this baseball program means and is to folks around here?
Well, it's clear there's a passion for baseball here, and that's one of the big reasons why I wanted to come here, why I want this to be my last stop in college baseball. They have the same passion for the game that I do, that my staff does. I've dedicated my whole life to the sport, and it's great to be in a community where they have the same passion. We want to win at a very high level, and when you do that here, the support you have is unbelievable. We show recruits the parades here when you win. We show them what colonial life looks like when you have a national championship celebration. So, to me, it's been great. I've tried to meet as many of them as possible. As I mentioned, I've done a lot of speaking engagements, been out in the community, trying to meet as many fans as possible. And they have high expectations. That's okay. We do too. When I'm up at 3 in the morning trying to figure something out, it's because we want to win badly. And that's how they are. So I've got no issues with that. Our fans will know that we're prepared. I think the more they get to know us and hear us speak and talk about our vision, they understand that we're going to do everything we possibly can within the rules to make sure that we're the best team in the country.
Mark, I know you probably don't care too much about preseason polls and stuff, but from around here, relatively low expectations, it looks like apparently. Is that something you can use as motivation, and do you welcome that almost?
Yeah. Yeah, most coaches will say, no, we don't look at that. But behind the scenes, absolutely. You can needle your guys a little bit every now and then and say, hey, they don't think much of us right now. Nationally, we're not in the D1 poll, we're not in the Baseball America poll, and those are writers that we respect very much, and their opinions at this point probably are valid based on the pitching we have coming back that they're aware of, and how we performed last year. So can we use that as a motivator? Absolutely we can. So to me, I think it's a good place. It's a good place to start. They think we can be a good team, but they're not quite sure that we're elite yet. Our job as coaches and players is to get elite as quickly as we can.